Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a nice and chilled and quite carbonated cherry cola. So welcome back to the game, and previously we started construction on this, which is our no perimeter walls, no fences, pretty much no hope island, and we've got in the starts of the central courtyard, which contains yards and canteens and the cells, common rooms, etc., infirmary, green energy, and a sort of staff area over on the right. And the idea with this facility is that we enforce the boundary of the prison by basically using snipers. Now, whether or not it'll work is really down to time and experimentation, which is obviously why we're doing this. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. In this one, some more building. Let me just go over to our grants here, and I'm going to pick up visitation rights because we do have a visitation room here, and we also need to go for security procedures certification, staff wellbeing initiative. I'm going to go with the staff wellbeing initiative first, so let's go with staff room and clicky clicky draggy. While I'm in here, I'm also going to go with security, and security is going to go in this area. I think that's probably a bit too big, but it matters not, I guess. So over to objects, and zooming in, we can see we have in, what do we need? Wide sofas, wooden stools, all that sort of stuff. I think we're just going to go with wide sofas as we come in here, so we'll do that and that and that, and then pretty much we know what we'll do, a big sort of circular thing like that, and then drinks machines can go in here. So that's the staff room done. Security, I do want to have some CCTV and door control systems. I'm going to go with door control systems first, and I'm actually going to put them in like so. So one's going to go there, one's going to go there, one's going to go in there, and similar thing up the top. So already going with sort of automation very early on because we are going to need this, I think. Anyway, so we need at least 5 guards, so we're going to go with 1, 2, 3 extra there. And you know what, I might as well go with, let's see, CCTV, patrols. Actually, we're going to stop CCTV and then put it back on just so we get patrols first. Intelligence, we're going to go for body armour, education, and tax relief. I know that's going to take us down to the wire, but we've just completed another grant, so that's not a problem. Cell block A will be picked up, which is 15 cells in total. And what I'm probably going to do is build these cells and then go from there. I'm going to have to wire in all of these servos because they're obviously outside. I have to sort of do this and connect them all up. This side will have to be done as well. Obviously we need to do the wiring too, but we'll get on that in but a moment. There we go. Okay, so we have patrols getting unlocked. We need 10 guards for that one, so let's go with 10, and then we have to go ahead and put them on some patrol routes. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, and then assign guards 1, 2, 3, and then there's that grant again done. It's more of a technical done, but it is done. And then if we really wanted to, we could pick up governmental security ratings or tracker pilot maybe. No, I think governmental security ratings. This is going to be most likely a high risk facility, so yeah, we'll have to get that from the very beginning. Let me just go ahead and run some electrical cable into a couple of these rooms. So this is going to run down and across here as well, and then over to here as well. So we'll do something like that and like that. Okay, water will also have to go in, so we'll just run it like so, and then down to there. Right, good. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to basically make these cells, and then we'll sort of copy and clone them in this area, although that might prove to be a bit of a problem. We'll have to see how we get on. The reason why it might be a problem is because of the door servo there, and I'll be buying in extra door servos, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, so security, it's obviously requiring some things, just because it's like a sort of technical. We need to put in some, where is it? Zoom right in. We've got office chairs, office desks, yeah, all of that. So we're just going to go 1 and 2, and then the chair like so, and we'll put the chair on there, because what we'll probably do is have this as like an interrogation room if we need it. Right, okay, so a bit more power in here because it's not reaching all of the sides. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that because, actually I'll do that because we're going to have some metal detectors in here. So let's put them in as we get on, and there and there. And to be fair, I probably want them in here as well, but it's going to be expensive, but doesn't really matter. We're going to have to get them made eventually, so let's just put them in. This is going to maybe hit our bank balance a bit too much. 16 grand on metal detectors, and also realise that we won't be exporting as much, but if I don't do it now, I'll probably end up forgetting, so there it is. And visitation will go in, so clicky clicky draggy draggy, and then for this one, how we're going to do this, I think it's just a case of just placing the stuff down. So visitor tables, and the visitor table's going to go on like this, and you know what, I'm just going to sort of click and drag and see if they align. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 and then 2, and then we've got a bit of a gap in the middle, and there you go. So that is visitation rights. That is pretty much done. Let me run in some power like that to the center, which is going to be a common room, and place that in like so. And we have to place a pool table, 2 TVs and 5 phone booths. The phone booths are the easy one because they're going to go outside in the canteens, so I'm just going to do them like that. Hang on, that's different. Yes, it's okay. It's the rest. There's only one of them correct. How have I managed to do that? That's well, that's good. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do, just for the sake of ease? I'm just going to move this one along and have the others as they are. Yes, we are wasting a little bit of space. No, it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Right, let me just go to wiring and connections, and we'll go 1, 2, misclicked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. There we are. And also going to put in, we don't have a scanner, don't have a phone tap either. Phone tap's going to go in there. I'm only putting it there because if we end up having more door control systems, it can go next to one another and it'll look okay. Right, I'll also wire that in because we might as well. So it's forgot to do the top ones as well. Hang on, we'll wire these in first, and then go back over to objects and the phone booths. So it's the phone booths like that and like that. Okay. Go back over to wiring and get those in as well. It's not often that we put them in this early, especially the door control systems, but there you are. Right, so we need a pool table. We need to have a couple of pool tables actually, but I'm going to put in maybe... how many TVs do we need? At least 2 TVs, at least. Okay. Well, pool table is going to go there and there. And then the TVs, what we're going to do is... Whoops, that's not right. Let's put them in like so. The chairs. And then TVs like that. Okay. That's now done. And that's another grand done. Visitation rights. It's not a huge amount of money, but, you know, it's good enough. And do I pick up anything else? Prisoner acclimatization. I'll pick up prisoner acclimatization and engagement, yes. Right. I'm also going to put some power into the infirmary as well because, well, there ain't any at the moment, so we'll do that. And while I'm on, another metal detector which can go there. Okay, good. What was our exports previously? It was 2,500. Okay, I would probably benefit from another set of wind solar hybrids, and we do have the money for that, so we'll do that. That's fine. We need to assign dog handlers and armed guards. Now, that's easier said than done because I haven't actually got them unlocked. Well, I've got one of them unlocked, got the armory. Guard towers. Obviously, that's something we're going to have to need from the very beginning, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because we haven't got any laundry. We haven't got any cleaning cupboard. Not that I think I'm necessarily going to have one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about the cleaning cupboard. I don't know if we're gonna bother with that. I think what we'll do is we'll have a laundry. We'll probably have it around here because I can make these rooms a bit bigger and have a laundry and a cleaning cupboard over there. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'll just make sure that there's a gap of 2 between the edge and there. In fact, that was actually a decent size for a laundry for this size of facility, and then that can be a cleaning cupboard. And then we haven't really lost any real estate over here. That's 20. I'm going to just shrink that down a bit because then we can have this as 9 in the middle. 9 to 9. Yeah, that's all good. All right, so that's going to be cleaning cupboard and laundry. And then I can technically get that one done. And we obviously need to get them done at some point. But I think I'm going to do the cells. Okay, so let's go to objects and to the beds. And the beds will go like this. Yep, that's all fine. And then the toilet will go, well, we'll put them in like that. And obviously this is going to have to be finalised if I'm going to start cloning it, you understand. So, yeah, let me just unpause it while we crack on with the building. And we're going to go with, what do I want to go with in here? A warden statue would be nice. That would be very, very handy. That sort of suppresses the inmates by only a small amount. It is a small amount statue, whereas a warden statue increases suppression by a small amount. Okay, but let's say there's only a small amount. It's £1 each, so 40 grand. I think we'll just use the snipers. We'll put in the bookshelves. So there's that need. Looked after. What else do I need then? A pet bird. In the case for family and luxuries. I'm going to put a pet bird in here as well, like that. And we're going to put in a prayer mat in the bottom like so. And then we are going to put in some external walls. I'm not going to put a pillow in because it's often a bit of an issue when it comes to cloning. Why is it not highlighting here? It has, there we go. Large windows. Put a large window in, and that'll again increase the grading of this one. And then flooring, because we are going to clone, so I need to do that. I'm thinking lined tiles for the outside. What a surprise. Yeah, I think we probably will do lined tiles. On the inside of this one then, I mean, concrete tiles is often not terrible. Ceramic would be nice, but it's very expensive. Iron, cargo. What's going to complement the walls? Reclaimed brick. We can do reclaimed brick. I can't even recall ever using that before. What does it look like? Let's try. So it can go anywhere. It's a herringbone pattern floor tile created by reusing old materials, and its walk speed normal. So yeah, let's see what it likes. It might just blend in. But oh no, I quite like the look of that. Okay, that's what we're going to run with then. So we'll build all of that, and I think that should do. We could make something if we had a death row. Yes, we can. But I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to go to here. And this is going to be our kennel and our armory. It is 11, so there is a middle. Also, we'll use probably door solitary. Yeah, why not? Solitary door like that. And technically the top bit can be outside. In fact, you know what? I'm going to change my mind on that one. I'm having the armory outside. The rest of it we'll just have as the walls. So, like that. Okay. So this is going to be a kennel. So we'll designate that as such. And then we've got the armory, which is going to go in this building once it's actually built, which is now. And there we go. Stun buttons. If you ever think your guards need a little more shock power, you can enable prison policy. Yes, we can. So, no, we can't. We haven't got prison policy. All right. In that case, prison policy. And what else do I need? Farming, forestry, legal. Recycling initiative would be nice. But I've only got a little bit of money to my name. Okay. Can I finish off these two with the money I have? I'm fairly confident I can. And I might have to forego some items for now. Guard lockers 1, 2. Again, just for now, weapons rack's going to go there. Darn it, out of cash. Okay, we're going to pick up a 25 grand loan. And there's that problem resolved. So we might as well finish this off as soon as we get the money from the grant. Oh, fire sprinklers. Oh, yeah, I haven't put those in, have I? Let's do that and that. Okay. Yeah, once we've done it. What does it require? Weapons rack? Yeah, it does. Okay, so a quick look. Weapons rack. So we want 2 armed guards, and we want in 2 dog handlers. So there we go. And I thought the danger level was flashing then. It was. It's because of the armed guards, so it technically altered. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, well, I keep doing stuff like that, but you don't have to do that. You can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. There's, again, that grant done. And then we'll remove all those. Now, I'm not going to get rid of the guards because, you know, we're still going to be using them. So that's all good. Electrical cable will run electricity up to there. And we got 34 grand, which means I can completely pay off that bank loan because we just don't need it. MaxSec infrastructure implementation is fine. We want to go for tasers, and we don't need guard towers, actually. We do want CCTV, though. Yeah, actually, that's a thing. I am going to have to get guard towers eventually, so let me just go for that one now. Right, some water over here for the pipes. So there's that done. And, well, also in here as well. Should have just stayed in that tab, but no matter. Now, I've ran the pipe. Well, you can see how I've ran the pipe. It's going to be... Ooh, do I want to have it facing the other way? I don't actually know how I want to do this. It's going to be that and that and that. Nope. These ones, it'll be across and across. Yeah, that should be fine. And then I want to clone, but I don't want to clone the door servo. I might dismantle it. I'll end up forgetting, won't I? Once I've cloned it once... Actually, no, it won't clone it, because there's already one there. Let's see if what I've said is actually true. So I'm going to select the entire thing. I'm going to rotate and then flip it. So it's basically the other way around. And oh yeah, what's going to happen is they're going to sell the door servo, then they're going to put it back in after buying a new one. So basically it's like the worst of both worlds. Not only do I have to... yeah, buy another one in, it's also now rewired itself. Never fails. Secure behind at least one door. What's... Oh, is that because they've demolished this side of it? No, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'll let it do its thing. And obviously we can then clone this one after, and then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'll have the money for all of them, but we'll see. Build CCTV monitors, place CCTV cameras throughout the prison, and increase the size of the security force. Yes. Oh, that hasn't got a table inside it. I'll just go for table small because it fits next to the weapons rack pretty nicely. So there we are. Money income, it's still positive, but that's I think only technically because of the grants in the wind solar hybrids and stuff that we've been using. But yeah, it does say now prisoner capacity 15, 66%. We're on 10, but they haven't yet finished it. You can see. I'm just going to see. I don't know what layout these are going to be. Okay. I'll have to see. I might go and do the other sides. Although, like I say, these door servos, they're just going to get dismantled and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, that's just going to happen. Anyway, let's go with, I think, quick build custom cloning. And I'm going to copy this one because it doesn't have the door servo. And the other door servo is on the other side of the wall. So it, hasn't bothered with that there. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to take that, I'm going to flip it, and then it's going to go in here, then rotate and flip, and then that's going to go in there. So we're basically just mirrored on the other side. And I'm probably not going to do the other ones. I don't think we'll have the cash for that. But anyway, also, once they've done that one, I'll have to try and remember to come back and do the door control servos again. Have we still got them in stock? Yeah, they're still being they're being dismantled, but they've not been they haven't been rebought, so that's handy. That's all right. Foundations more, and actually no, it's not more. It's just building brick, and then it's It's this, isn't it? Or do I just build a lot? No, because I don't have the cash for that. But I will do shortly, won't I? Because I've got this. These getting done. There you go. There's the end of that chat. Cell block B we're going to pick up, which is raise our prisoner capacity to 50, which this place can't have. So we'll have to see. Standard doors. We're going to go with a door on there and then a double door on the cleaning cupboard. And yeah, let the guys crack on. Over to deployment and staff only. Security, armory, all the kennels and stuff, we can do all that. That's fine. Don't need to set anything over there. And the other one is getting built. Is there a couple of different areas there? Yeah. This section, by the way, this is going to look fairly interesting once we've got inmates, because all of this out here will be flashing to say it's unsecured or insecure or whatever terminology it uses. So that'll be fun. And I have to remember as well, we need snipers before we get the inmates. I don't think I'll be at max capacity for the snipers. I don't think we'll have like as many as I would actually really need. But I'll see how we get on. It's all going to depend on funds, really. This is standard brick wall here, and we're going to go with a cleaning and a laund, and then standard procedure, 2 laundry machines, ironing boards small, like that, laundry basket, you just spam them, and then it's a case of logistics, so let's get people working. So I'm not going to have people in the... I don't think I'm going to have people in the kitchen, but we've got that grant done. Prison manufacturing facility, that's pretty good to pick up because you get the advanced one. But then when will I actually do that one? That's the curious question. Let's just get some power in and around this place. And some water as well. So build a CCTV monitor, place CCTV cameras around the facility, increase the size of the security force. Okay. I'm going to double check exports actually and see how much we're exporting. I'm going to guess 3,000. 3,000. I can't see. Could make lots of money if we had a death row. Yes. 3,362 is our exports in total, so that's pretty handy. Right, over to wiring and to a CCTV monitor, and it says place CCTV cameras throughout the facility. Now here's the thing: does the game class the advanced searchlight as a camera? So looking over at the MaxSec infrastructure, it has actually classed that as a CCTV camera because it does have CCTV capability. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because you need 6 of them, and there's that done. And then increase the size of the security force, which is going to be ridiculous when you consider we've got far too many. For 40 inmates, we've got 20 guards plus all the snipers. No, I'm sorry, it's going to have to be a couple of sackings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will probably be it. And there we go. Okay, so all of these have been installed. They obviously need to be dismantled, so I'll get rid of all of those. And these will be placed somewhere else in the facility once we are done. I think I'm going to go with prison manufacturing facility just for the grants. And truth be told, I think I'm just going to get these done. I think I might just get these done. Okay. So, that one. That one. Is it that one? Hang on. Oh no, that's all kinds of wrong, that one. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Cancel that. What on earth's happened there? I don't know why they smash up the wall like they do. It's curious. Right, back over to planning. Quick build, should I say. Custom. Cloning. And I'll have to select that again. Why is that no canteens accessible from that one? I don't know why that one is alerting me, but never mind. Right, it's that way, isn't it? Yes. So rotate, it will be that way, and flip it, it will be that one. And then all of the yeah, door control systems have now been removed, because of course they are. Of course they have. We could go with more green energy. Yeah, I don't know why that one, that cell there, I don't know why that one is saying it's not done. It's just the end ones. How strange. Don't know what's going on there. Okay. Well, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. A bit shorter than usual, but needs must. Yeah, we're well on our way. I think next episode is going to be the last building episode before we get inmates. So what do we need to do? I need to probably put some stuff in the yard, need to reinstall the door control systems, probably do solitary, and I think... Oh yeah, snipers. Yeah, we'll definitely need that, because that's the whole point in this facility, isn't it? And that's probably the basics, but I'll go through all of the needs. We'll go through the needs as well and just see if we are meeting those. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed this another building episode, and next time we'll look at, as I said, all of the previously mentioned jobs. A lot of little odd jobs, I think. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.